When was your gut feeling actually right? I almost didn't Google the daycare center where I'd already put down a $500 deposit. Something just felt off during our tour. The director, Ms. Patty, was friendly enough, maybe too friendly. Her smile never reached her eyes. My husband Mark thought I was being ridiculous. They have openings when nobody else does. Their rates are reasonable and it's 5 minutes from your office. What more do you want? He was right. In our area, daycare waitlists were 18 months long. Finding an immediate opening felt like winning the lottery, especially with me going back to work in just 3 weeks. But when Ms. Patty showed us the infant room, I noticed the staff barely looked up. No one was talking to the babies. The room smelled like old milk and dirty diapers. One worker was scrolling on her phone while 3 babies cried in cribs. They're just having a fussy day, Ms. Patty explained, quickly ushering us to the brightly decorated preschool room. Look at our learning centers. She pointed to labeled bins of toys that looked oddly untouched. When I picked up a book, dust came off. That night, I couldn't sleep. Our daughter Zoe was only 4 months old. The thought of leaving her there made my stomach hurt. I kept picturing her crying with no one picking her up. What if she got hurt? What if she thought I'd abandoned her? Just do a quick search, my sister texted when I confessed my worries at 11 p.m. It'll make you feel better or confirm your suspicion. Either way, you'll know. So at 1 a.m., while nursing Zoe in our dark bedroom, I typed the daycare's name into Google. Nothing concerning came up on the first page, just their website and Facebook page with staged photos of smiling kids and 5-star reviews that all sounded strangely similar. See, I was being paranoid, just like Mark said. I almost closed my laptop, but something made me click to page 2 of the results. A local news article from 3 years ago. Sunshine Daycare under investigation after infant hospitalized. My heart pounded as I read about a 6-month-old who stopped breathing at the center. The article mentioned delayed emergency response and inadequate supervision. The baby had survived but suffered brain damage. The parents had moved out of state shortly after. I dug deeper, hand shaking as I scrolled. A different name appeared in the article. Patricia Lowell, director, but the photo showed Ms. Patty with darker hair and glasses instead of contacts. I found a Facebook group for local parents and searched the daycare's name. Comments flooded in. They changed their name after the incident from Little Sprouts to Sunshine. My son came home with unexplained bruises for weeks. When I asked, they said he was clumsy. The turnover is insane. New staff every month. My daughter had 4 different caregivers in 10 weeks. They water down the formula to save money. My baby was always starving after pickup. Check their lunch menu against what they actually serve. My toddler said they ate crackers instead of the chicken and vegetables on the menu. I woke Mark and showed him everything. Holy shit, he whispered, looking at our sleeping daughter in the bassinet next to our bed. I'm sorry I didn't listen to you. The next morning, I called to cancel our registration. Ms. Patty answered after one ring, like she was waiting by the phone. I'm sorry, but we're going with another daycare, I said firmly. Her voice turned cold instantly. Your deposit is non-refundable. It's clearly stated in paragraph 7 of the contract you signed yesterday. That's fine, I replied. Consider it payment for the valuable lesson. She paused. What lesson is that? To trust my instincts, I said, and hung up. 2 weeks later, while interviewing at another center, the director asked why we were looking. When I mentioned Sunshine Daycare, she froze. You're the 3rd family this month who's walked away from them, she said quietly. There's a reason they always have openings. She lowered her voice. The state's been trying to build a case for years, but they're good at covering their tracks. Parents rarely file formal complaints because they're embarrassed they nearly sent their children there. I filed one that afternoon, submitting screenshots of everything I'd found. I also sent it all to the local news station that had covered the original story. 3 months later, while dropping Zoe off at our wonderful new daycare where the staff greeted her by name and actually played with the babies, my phone buzzed with a news alert. Sunshine Daycare shut down after state inspection finds 15 safety violations. I clicked the article. There was Ms. Patty being escorted out, looking straight at the camera with cold eyes. That night, I received a text from an unknown number. You should mind your own business. Not everyone appreciates what you did. I blocked the number and upgraded our home security system the next day.